I discovered my wife had been drugging me for years to make me seem mentally unstable. The morning I found the pill crusher hidden behind the flour container changed everything I thought I knew about my life. For 3 years, I had been convinced I was losing my mind, experiencing memory lapses, mood swings, and episodes of confusion that left me questioning my own sanity. My wife had been so supportive during these dark times, always encouraging me to rest, to take it easy, to let her handle the important decisions. She would make me breakfast every morning, always insisting on preparing my coffee herself because she knew exactly how I liked it. The way she would watch me drink it, with that concerned expression on her face, now made perfect sense in the most horrifying way possible. It started small, maybe 4 years ago, when I began having trouble concentrating during important meetings and forgetting conversations that I was certain had never happened. My wife would gently remind me of things I supposedly said or did, and I would feel this creeping sense of dread that maybe something was seriously wrong with me. She suggested I see someone about it, but every time I made an appointment, something would come up, or I would have a particularly bad episode that left me too exhausted to follow through. The pattern became so consistent that I started to believe I was genuinely unreliable, that my perception of reality couldn't be trusted. The episodes got worse over time, and I found myself becoming increasingly dependent on my wife for basic daily functions. She would help me remember appointments, manage our finances, and even started coming with me to social gatherings, because I was so worried about embarrassing myself. My friends began to notice the changes too, and I could see the concern in their eyes when I would struggle to follow conversations or seem confused about things that should have been obvious. The shame was overwhelming, and I started isolating myself more and more, which only made me more dependent on her support and guidance. What really broke me was when I started having what seemed like panic attacks during family gatherings. My heart would race, I would feel dizzy and disoriented, and sometimes I would even feel like I was having trouble breathing. My wife would immediately spring into action, helping me to a quiet room and staying with me until I felt better. She was always so caring and attentive during these moments, and I felt guilty for putting her through this stress. Everyone in our family praised her for being such a devoted partner, and I agreed completely, feeling lucky to have someone who stood by me during such a difficult time. The memory issues became so severe that I started keeping a journal, trying to track my symptoms and figure out if there was some pattern I was missing. But even that became frustrating because I would write things down and then later find entries that I had no memory of making. Sometimes the handwriting looked slightly different, or the details didn't match what I remembered about certain events. I started to wonder if I was having some kind of dissociative episodes, and the fear of that possibility made everything worse. My wife suggested we try different approaches